during whatever you're going to say, maybe to add a bit more on the collaborative aspects, the Teca Core, many of you guys together with us, we are a member of the Teca Core. By the way, Teca Core is, we have been supporting the Davos event for now 5 years, and it's an amazing group of companies there. Where do you see the collaborative effort that Teca Core can bring into this post-quantum and quantum era?
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of collaboration going on. We've formed a number of consortium. Teca Core is right at the heart of a lot of what we're doing, and we will continue to do that. And I'll come back to that in a second, but I just want to mention a couple of things based on, Grant mentioned a few things and others as well. One of the things that I think is really exciting about this, first thing, let's not forget the upside of what quantum computing can do for us. And we talked a bit about the fact that we can now apply quantum algorithms and quantum mechanics to a world to solve problems which we just don't think that we're anywhere near being able to solve at the moment. Bringing natural world processes that we can't even imagine into the world where we can replicate those in a certain way. So the ability to use technology to really advance what we're doing in society more broadly is really exciting, and I think quantum being able to give us that step change is something that we're at IBM very excited about, and the technical and the way we work in partnership is all about how do we bring that capability quickly to reap all those benefits. But back to the topic, never miss an opportunity, I think is often the mantra in the security world. And this is exactly that point, which is, Grant talked about it, many others have talked about the fact that being able to use this moment, if you want, whenever that moment is, right? And I've given some stats about where I think the moment is, 2030 is a fairly good yardstick, to get underneath what is the cryptographic bill of materials inside that organization. And with this as well is not, then you immediately get back to the data, and then you immediately get back to the crossover point about how you think about AI tools being implemented in enterprises, because let's not forget, most organizations are still often in proof of concept when it comes to AI. And so there's a nice crossover there of just really having to rethink the data architecture, what the cryptography that sits around that is, and then programmatically work that through to deal with the fact that this isn't all out there, this is actually much more practical, and coincidentally, by doing that, organizations get a better understanding of what they've got, hopefully shut down some of the very obvious vulnerabilities that we're all focused with today all the time, because that's really what's happening. So I think the exciting part of this is, yes, all the new technology and everything else that goes with it, but also the opportunity that it affords us, the security people in this room, to say, let's take a step back, let's re-look at our data, let's re-look at our cryptography that sits around that for obvious reasons, but also that then helps us to clean up our organizations to a certain extent, make them less vulnerable to stuff today. My very final point is for polymorphic malware, there's also polymorphic encryption, which is another thing that we're working on very assiduously at IBM as well. There's some quite interesting stuff there where we're beginning to now reduce the amount of power and compute power needed to make polymorphic encryption reality, which I think is quite exciting as well. But that's perhaps for another day.